gentlemen. Hello. Hello to the one person that's in already. 2 people. Just waiting for more. 3 people. Just waiting for more to come in. 3 people so far. Craig, the narcissists keep telling lies. What's going on, Craig? Yes, they do. Kenya boss lady. Hello, Kenya. More to come in. Yeah, I definitely see this topic right here. I definitely have an experience on the cognitive dissonance. With the narcissist is when you make excuses for the behavior. That's one of the reasons why you stay in a relationship. Is when you make excuses for the behavior. You tell yourself in a relationship that you make excuses for the behavior of the narcissist and why you in a relationship. I'm good, Craig. How you doing? Yeah. You tell excuses about the relationship. You make excuses for the narcissist. I've definitely been there. Yeah, you make excuses for the narcissist, the toxic situations or whatever relationship is in there. You make excuses for it. So yeah, you say stuff like, oh, it'd be yeah, because I definitely made excuses because I was in a long relationship like that. I made excuses for it. I was in a long relationship on and off, and I was making heavy excuses for it, and that's all. And that's what made me stay, even when the going back of enough is enough. Still going back and then going back and forth because cognitive dissonance was one of the reasons why. And you do this with any relationship, whether it's platonic or not. You make excuses for the relationship. Whatever happens, you make excuses for. You say, well, okay, he or she hit me, but it's because they had a bad day at work. You balance it out of, instead of, especially this happens when it occurs when you don't deal with the when you make excuses and you're not ready to deal with ending a relationship, because it's easy to get in something is easy to get out of something is the hard part. That's why so many people is in like bad dysfunctional relationships and friendships, because it's easy to get in it. And as you guys know, when you're dealing with narcissists, it's easy to get entangled and then mess with them. I mean, this is what they push for in a relationship. It's a rush. That's why the love bomb comes, because it's a rush to get into it. So that's what happens. So you in a rush to get into it, you get into it, and then that's it. And then you find out everything later. It's like buying a house without checking the foundation. And then eventually, once you buy the house and you didn't check the foundation or check all the right information about the house, you find out later you owe taxes on the house, back taxes, because now you're the owner, and then you didn't check the foundation, and now you find out the foundation is bad. So it's exactly just like that. You go into it and you just rush into it, and it's easy to get into. But then once you get into it, and then you start dealing with the toxicness and whatever type of form of abuse that it is, it becomes now harder to get out the situation, because now you became used to it and attached to it. And it's especially if you already have you already come from a dysfunctional family. or dysfunctional past or whatever. You're kind of used to dysfunction. You're kind of used to the behaviors and things like that. So once that happens and cognitive dissonance come in, you stay in a relationship longer. And cognitive dissonance is bad because you make excuses and it's not healthy. Because you'll make excuses like, oh, everything's fine. I'm gonna make an excuse for it. It's cool. I'm not. Yeah. So we're right. What happens is you make an excuse for their behavior. You make an excuse for the behavior. Also, too, you can make an excuse for your own behavior too when it comes to cognitive dissonance. So it plays on both sides. So that's definitely what happens. It's it's a bad thing, man. Cognitive dissonance is bad. It's very bad. You know, you make excuses. Like I said, like whatever happens, you make excuses for. Like most relationships that probably don't work or not working, you'll say, well, if you're in a relationship where there's a whole bunch of arguments and dysfunction, you'll say, well, everybody else relationship is mostly like this, or this is how my mother and father grew up. This is what happened to me before. This is how I always grew up. This is how everybody grew up. This always happens. This, that, and the third, and you start making excuses of the and it's the comfort zone. It's to make you feel comfortable with the current situation. And when you're not ready to make the situation, fix the situation, or heal your situation, get out of it, or move on from it, this plays extra in the cognitive dissonance. This plays extra in the situation because all you know to do is make excuses because you're still in it, even though whether consciously or subconsciously, you know what's bad. You say you can't hear me? Well, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? You can hear me now? Can you hear? Yeah. Oh, you can hear now? All right, I probably was covering the. Yeah, I probably was covering the. All right, cool. Make sure I wasn't covering the airways. Yeah. So. Hello. Yeah. So that's what happens. Cause I've been there before. And then with that, right? When you dealing with cognitive when you dealing with cognitive dissonance, you're blind. In a way, you become blind to what's really going on. If it's familiar situations that you're used to, you become blind to what actually is going on. Especially if you don't know the toxicness is wrong. So it, when you don't know the toxicness is wrong and you have cognitive dissonance when you're in a toxic situation, it becomes very harder and you become deep into it. Well, let me see. I'm cool, Craig. How you doing? Can you definitely been there? Craig, I feel stuck in the relationship even after no contact. You feel stuck in it even after no contact. That's because you still dealing with it. You're still dealing with it internally. That's what is it called? Oh man, what's the term? I forgot the term. I really want to see good in them, try even giving them chances, but they still act the same. Yeah, see, you gotta cut loose. Craig, you're not cutting loose your ties, you gotta cut loose. Once people show who you are, you gotta believe them and then leave them. Kenya, I don't have a drive to date anymore, Kevin, because I've gained so much knowledge to every time I try to date.
Excuse me, young man.
Nah.
You have 60 cents?
No, man, I don't have no change, man. Narc, I'm done. Now, see, you got to Kenya. You gotta see what you have to do is ask yourself, why are you attracted to narcissists? Because there's something in you that's attracted to this. There's something in you that keeps tracking being attracted to the same person. They'll always be attracted to you, but why are you attracted to them? You gotta switch up. It's something about them that you're familiar with, that you're attracted to, that you're attached to, and it's something toxic. So you gotta figure that out. What is it? Is it scary? I can hear you. I can hear you. Hello. What's wrong with the? Oh, I can't. Okay. You now. So you gotta ask yourself that. You gotta ask yourself, what is it? Right. So when you don't you make yourself you then becomes what happens is you turn yourself into a doormat, because what happens is you keep getting tested. So what they do is they test you, and then you go through that, and then you still stay, and then you make excuses, you still stay, and then you become a doormat. And then what happens is with toxic people, they'll continue to make you a doormat. They will continue to make you a doormat. As long as you want to be their doormat, they'll make you their doormat and put you through whatever they want to put you through until you finally call it quits. So it's up to you and your responsibility to say enough is enough. Then another thing with cognitive dissonance, you believe that is your fault. And cognitive dissonance is kind of like a person, let's say a person that smokes cigarettes, even though it could cause cancer. You'll make an excuse for it, like, oh well, people who smoke cigarettes, they get cancer anyway, so it don't matter. It's all type of cancers. People who don't smoke, they still get cancer. So why wouldn't I not smoke? And then if I might not smoke cigarettes and still end up getting cancer. So plus everybody I know smoke. People around me smoke. It's secondhand smoke. So I might as well smoke. You see, that's an example of cognitive dissonance. It's to find you comfort of the dangers and the situation or activities you take part in. So don't never don't never make excuses for your behavior, or especially the behavior of someone else, any kind of type of relationship or situation you are involved with them with, because you'll just be going down your wrong path, a rabbit hole, and it'll be hard to get out of. It'll be hard to get out, and it'll become more of a problem. But Kenyon, yeah, it's a reason why you're attracted to them. It's just a reason why you keep attracting the same person. So you got to figure that out. You got to figure out what is it about. It's something to me. It's something. I don't know. It could be something as it might have been, say, for example, something they remind you of your father. It's something about you might have something going on with your father growing up, something like that. It could be something as small as that. It could be that. It don't matter. Something as small as that. It could be anything, or remind you of someone from the past, or it could be some type of fake, or the way they look, or it could be anything that keeps attracting you to a narcissist. Something. It could be a thing or two, but it's there, Kenya. Something that you keep going for the same kind of people. Oh, yeah. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Hey, what's wrong with my? Sound good again. This phone got so many it got so many airwaves. I don't even know which one is the sound. I'm just trying to stay away from all the airwaves because there's so many different things. Yeah, so okay, what I was saying, I repeated that. What I was saying was, Kenya, I'm always trying to fix people. That's what it is, Kenya. You got to stop trying to fix people, because what it is, you get into situations where you got to fix people, and that's your problem. That's your toxic niche. I just came up with that term just now. That's your toxic niche. You want to fix people, and you need to stop trying to fix people and worry about fixing yourself first. You fix yourself first. Get yourself healthy. Worry about your self health and awareness. Worry about your mental health. And the thing about helping people is sometimes you don't always. You end up helping. I have a client that I was talking to where they was dealing with somebody because they was trying to help them. Someone I've been counseling. They been trying to help somebody and end up in this toxic situation. And I had to tell them that stop trying to help and fix the person. Everybody don't want help. I mean, some people you can help and some people you can't help. You can't help everybody, and everybody don't want help. And people will sneak in and steal all your energy and resources and drain you and cause you all type of issues and problems because they don't even want help, but they present themselves as they want help. And then you got to ask yourself, Kenya and everybody else, is this person meant for me to help? Can I help this person? You know, do I have what it takes to help this person? Do it. It's kind of like me doing what I'm doing. You know, I can do what I do because I can actually help. You know, I can do, one-on-one consultations and things like that because I actually can help people. So when I do, it's cool, unless you're dealing with a toxic person. You know what I mean? Because I done experienced that before, trying to help somebody out with the same issues, and come to find out it was toxic because they wanted more than help. You know, it wasn't about the help when it came to the situation. I'm thinking it's about helping you, which I'm all about, and that's what I do about this main topic. But in the course and line of trying to help a person, they wanted more than just that. And then when they finally realized they wasn't going to get more than that, then I got to see their true side and true character. So even though I was able to help them, and even though it was business wise too, it still turned out bad because of their attentions. So I had to cut loose because of their attentions. Their attentions wasn't to get help. It wasn't good. Craig, you the same thing too. See, Craig, that's probably why you in that situation. Trust me, I've been there before. And this is where sometimes you deal with a covert narcissist, where they come in and they play like this. It's almost like when you dealing, because some of y'all probably dealing with covert narcissists, because that's how they come in. They come in like everything is bad, and they the victim, and you feel like, well, I can help this person. Let me help them. Let me give them, because you start to feel important. You start to feel important, like, okay, I could help this person, and you're not really helping a person. You're going, and that's what I had to tell. That's what I've been recently telling a client of mine. You trying to help this person is causing you issues and problems in your life. So you're not helping a person. You're not helping them. They remain the same, and now you in this toxic situation where it's draining and it's stressing you out, and then it'll cost you money. So make sure that you're actually helping a person. And that's how covert narcissists come in. They come in like that. They like seeing a kitten at night hungry, starving. You know, that's what how covert narcissists come in. They come in just like that. You just feel so sorry for them, because it's like seeing a kitten 1 o'clock in the morning, just roaming around. You know, hungry, nowhere to go, and just meowing. And then we end up falling for it, and then we don't even understand who this person is. I'd be so lonely, Kevin. I guess I'd be looking for a friend. I don't have any friends because hey, I don't have any friends because I cut toxic out. Yeah, Kenya, that's Kenya. That's what happens, Kenya. Kenya, what you gotta do is find your self-worth and worry about your mission and your purpose in life. That's what you need to focus on, Kenya. You need to stop focusing on whether you got friends or not, because let me tell you something. You can have toxic friends that will bring you down. You will have toxic friends that will bring you down, and destroy your life. So it's really not about friends. You want good friends. You don't just want any. The word friends is more than what it is. Anybody, you can have fake friends, frenemies. You get what I'm saying? So there's more to it than that. It's just more to it. You gotta really focus on you, and you gotta get to the point where you say, I want good friends. Because I'm pretty sure you had experience in everybody with friends who ain't good friends. So if you had experience with fake friends, especially if you already got experiences with no good fake family members, you already know that it's fake friends and no good friends out there. So why are we focusing on that? We don't even need to focus on friends being a big thing, because we understand that, okay, the word friend now is used loosely. The term is used very loosely now. And with all this toxicness, all these narcissists, sociopaths, and psychopaths out here, you gotta be very careful, because they don't come as what you think they are. They always come as what they want you to think. So, you know, you gotta be very careful. Focus on you, and focus on your purpose and with your goals and bettering yourself and everywhere, and you'll deal with good friends. You'll find friends that come to you. You'll meet them at a certain time and when it's meant. And you think you're supposed to have a lot of friends and a lot of you're probably not supposed to, you know and that's what's happening, when ladies and gentlemen, when you cut toxic people out. you know when you cut toxic people off your life, you're supposed to be non-friendly for a while. You're supposed to have no friends for a while, unless you cut off the toxic people and there was some left that was non-toxic. Other than that, yeah, take a break from focus on you. Dealing with toxic people and toxic situations is a lot. You need a break from that, and to rejuvenate, get yourself and your life back together. You know what I mean? So take some time about that. Make yourself more important than having friends. you know so you can better and enjoy your life. The best company is you. Think about when you die and you in the casket, right? It's just you in that casket, that tight little casket. It's just you in that tight little casket, that tight casket when you die. Think about that. Even if you cremate, it's just you in that one little container, cremated, ashes. So think about that. Think about when you was in the womb. It was just you and the stomach in a small womb. You are the best company you can have, because if you don't have peace, happiness, and joy, and you can't entertain or so smooth yourself, then you're gonna have problems, the way you always end up in bad situations with people. And then see, this back to cognitive dissonance. This is the reason what will cause people to have cognitive dissonance. When you don't want to be lonely, and then you want to have friends, and you just want somebody near you, you'll deal with toxic people, and then you'll be dealing with a toxic situation, and any type of abuse with a narcissist, sociopath, or psychopath. And then for the fact that you don't want to be lonely, you'll have cognitive dissonance. You'll make excuses. What's better than being lonely? Why? Because you don't want to be alone. You don't want to be lonely. So cognitive dissonance will kick in. I'll deal with this because I'm lonely. I need friends. You know, peace, joy, and happiness is more, and getting your life together is your destiny and purpose is more better. Having your relationship with God is more better than, if you have two good friends, that's cool. you know because nowadays we don't even know what true friends is, because it changed from two friends. Think about when we was kids and growing up and we had friends, how it was really friends, like how it was different from now than how people act when it comes to them actually being friends. It's different now. You don't even it's like don't nobody even know what real friends in anymore. Okay, let me read some of these messages. All right. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. Chancia, when I truly wanted to change, I went seeking help. No one had to force it on me at all. Yeah, when you truly right, Shantice, that is true. When you want it, you're gonna go find it. You're gonna go get it. Like if you really want it. That's when you know when somebody really wants something or not. They're gonna go. They're not if and it, only reason they're gonna go get it. And if they have to go see somebody if they want it and get it, then they go get it. It's just as easy as you guys coming to my channel or any other channel for the information and resources you need. You came because that's how you gotta get it. Whether it's in a book, whether you gotta pay for, consultation or counseling, which I do, you know, via Skype, Zoom, or over the phone. You get it if you want it, you'll get it. And when you really had enough and you really want help, you're gonna go fish it and find it. And that is true, because that's what happened. The same thing that happened to me, Shanice, Shane, Shane Sia. That's very true. Craig, same here. Craig, once I help them out, they are now making look like they are now making look like them. I don't understand that, Craig. I can't see it. The Covert I knew didn't ask for help. I think that's what tricked me. Right. They don't. That's what I'm saying. That's undercover covert. They'll just tell. Did they Shansia? Did they tell you a sad story? Did they tell you a sad story? Because if all they had to, because all they got to do is tell you a sad story, and if you the type that they know will come to the rescue and help, that's all they had to do. And then that's also game right there too, because once you help them and anything blows up, you know what the people could say? Well, I didn't ask you for it, but they told you about it. What you told me for? I didn't. What you tell me about it for? It's just like a person who don't want to ask you for nothing. It's like a person who don't want to ask you for nothing, and they just throw it out there, right? Oh, I need this, I need that, and you give it to them. They don't want to ask you, but they want it from you, so you give it to them. And then when you guys get into an argument or whatever comes up, they'll say, I didn't ask you for anything. You offered it to me. And then they can say, well, I don't owe you nothing because you just gave it to me. That's right there is to protect themselves, That's how that works. Shane Sia and everybody else. Cornelius, I love you, my brother. I love you back, Craig. Mine either. Um, Blessed, right? I don't know how to say that name. Count Cheddis, right? I hope I didn't say your name wrong. If I did, correct me. Um, Kenya Boss Lady. Thank you, Kevin. You're welcome, Kenya. Craig. I am tired of frenemies. Yeah. I know we gotta stop. We gotta stop friending enemies. We gotta stop friending enemies. We gotta really get to know people and really see who they are. You gotta take time. You gotta take time to build up trust and friendship and see people characters. Before we just jump into any kind of friendship or any type of relationship. Auto aspiration. Hello from another Neverlands. Hello, auto aspiration. Welcome. Okay, my family be backstabbing. You see that, Craig? My family be backstabbing, and I guarantee you at first, Craig, right? You kind of was dealing with cognitive dissonance. You was making excuses for their behavior. Am I wrong or right? Shamia D, your message was redirected. Shansia, amen. Craig, I want to trust again. Yeah, first trust yourself again. Trust yourself. Trust yourself. And also, stop wanting to trust everybody. Stop. We gotta stop this where we want to trust everybody, and we gotta stop thinking everybody is worth our trust and everybody's to be trusted. That will help you. Stop wanting to give everybody your trust, because everybody don't deserve your trust. Stop wanting to give everybody your trust. Stop wanting to trust everybody, because everybody you can't trust. We can't trust. So, we got to be easy on that. trust you. Trust you first, Craig, and everybody else. Kenya, me too. Yeah, but what you gotta understand, we gotta trust the right people, right? Everybody's not trustworthy, so we gotta stop, and we gotta stop saying, okay, I like this person, right? And I want to trust them, so I'm gonna trust them. We gotta stop doing that. We gotta say, okay, I like this, but we gotta start treating trust like our food, right? You know, you might want some meat, but you want to check the meat and see if it's fresh or if it's old, right? Because you putting it in your body. So we got. Hello, guys. Yeah, it was interrupted. I don't know what happened. It put me. You guys, you seen that something happen? It just redirected me. I was looking at my own. I was looking at my own self like you guys was. Like I was joining in. That's something that's just happened. But yeah, like I was saying, ladies and gentlemen, it's the same thing as you going to buy meat or produce, from the grocery store. You putting it in your body, you want to make sure you don't get any type of bad things inside of your body. You don't want to eat nothing bad, right? Because you don't want to get poisoned, food sick, whatever may have you, right? So that's how we got to start thinking it about people. Like, okay, I'm gonna check. I want to trust you, but I'm checking you out first. You know, the trusting you is not that important. Like, I need to see who you is first. I need to scan you out, and that's how we got to start seeing it when we dealing with people. Just like when we go to the grocery store and buy food, we checking the food out. We want it. I'm definitely want to buy you, but I'm gonna make sure you good first before I buy you. Same thing we need to do with people. All right, I want to see if you good first before I try you, because I don't want any poisoning. You know, I don't want to eat nothing bad. Who this blessed. I'm so happy I'm free, not with my ex narcissist no more. Yeah, be happy you free now. You out of that situation. Take some time, enjoy yourself, get out of that. And that's what happens sometimes. We be so used to it because we so used to the toxicness that it becomes. Oh my, I forgot the term, guys. We become Then what is the term? Is that the tip of my tongue? It's we become some we been dealing with it so much that we so used to it. So what it is, it's a part of our brain that wants that again because we don't have it anymore. So that's what that is. Hola, hola, ¿cómo está?
Todo bien.
Sí, bien.
Very good.
Sí,
And you?
sí, bien.
Yeah.
Right. So that's what that is about. I forgot what's the tip of the tongue. What is that saying? Man, how I forget that? I don't like this. I like to be on point. All right, let me get to But what I was saying, back to what I was saying, though, we get so used to dealing with the toxicness that we become used to it. It's a part of our brain. It's the part of our brain that holds the dopamine. That to when we dealing with it, we so used to it, we get some type of release, right? And then when we don't deal with the toxic no more, it's kind of like when you dealing with. It's kind of like when you have an addiction. Your body's so used to it. That's why once you get off of it, your body needs something else to replace that addiction. For say for instance, you quit cigarettes, right? Once you quit cigarettes, you're gonna pick up another habit. It might be eating. It could be anything. But that's how serious it is. All right, hold on. Where we was at? Craig. It's hard to trust when there are so many narcs in my life trying to steal my life. Yeah, focus on just trusting who you can't trust. That's it. Focus on trusting who you don't trust. That's it. Once you see when somebody you can't trust, don't trust them, and that's that. Can't trust you, that's that. You know what I mean? And then start focusing on trusting people. Like don't just be looking for people to trust. Like don't be shopping for people. Like don't just be trying to always look for something. That way you ain't got to worry about trusting because you're not looking for nothing. If you always looking for something and want something, then you always have the opportunity to get it. whether it's meant or it's good or bad, whether it's meant or not. So don't be looking. Let stuff happen genuinely. Let stuff happen organically. No GMO, and then this is where you have less problems. And keep that in mind with you. Like, oh, so much toxicness, man. I'm not looking. Let something.
Mine, my friend.
Bye. I'm so happy now. So the truth yeah. And Craig and everybody, you always gonna have somebody trying to steal your light, because there's a lot of people out there. That's what they do. They try to steal your light. Shane Sia, yes, he used to tell me a sad story all the time. Exactly, Shane Sia. That's what I'm talking about. See, they threw it out there because you know what I'm saying, Shane Sia? See, they know that you was gonna do that. These people know what they doing. They know what type of person you are. They play it safe. Like they know who, a predator always know is prey. If not, it won't be preying. A predator always knows prey. So that's what happens. So what happened is they know who to look for, and they look for people like you, like who gonna come to the rescue and help them. People who care, you know, and and they looking for people who will put themselves first, that will put them first before themselves. We got to stop putting ourselves before people. You know, we just be putting ourselves, we be putting other people before ourselves all the time, and we're not supposed to do that all the time. And especially not for people who don't deserve it. Everybody don't deserve us. Everybody don't deserve our time, our attention, and our energy. They don't deserve it. So we need to stop. We don't even need to be giving it to them. We got to start valuing ourselves more. And stop thinking we just so free to give away. And Shansia and everybody, that's what happened to me before too, with the last narc I dealt with. And then the narc that I dealt with before for years of it, that's the same thing too. I felt sorry for them. How they, but underneath them they was a wolf. They was a wolf in sheep clothing. And that's how covert narcissists is. They wolves in sheep clothing. Shansia, wow, you definitely just taught me something new. I didn't know that. I'm glad I could, Shansia. Shansia, you are very smart. Thank you, Shansia. Craig, yes, Kevin. Audio is freezing now. Okay, I fixed that. Shansia, okay, it's not buffering anymore. Okay. This is what is this? This is Queen of Success, Trauma Bond. Yes, thank you, Queen of Success, Trauma Bond. You end up in the trauma bond with them. So you bonded off drama. You become you get in this toxic situation with narcissists, right? Sociopaths, psychopaths, or just a toxic person, right? And the toxicness is this bond you guys create together. And I've been there before. This one long narcissist relationship I've been in for years, on and off, because it was so toxic. But you create a trauma bond, and that's what happens. So once even the trauma gets so bad that you guys got to split up, or at least you do, got to take a break and said enough is enough, because they do so much damage and it's so much done and it's so dysfunctional. You still end up getting back together because it's that bond, it's that trauma bond. You go right back to it because you're addicted to the trauma and you bonded over the trauma. So that's what happens. Bye. Immune to it. Is that new? Is that the word? Yeah, that's you could use that too. Plant beauty service. Yeah, you can also use immune. You become immune to it too as well. Yeah, you become immune to it as well. Being immune to something serious, because you could be immune to something that's very toxic. You know, say like dirty dirty people whose house is dirty, are they just dirty? You know, or if they stink, they come immune to the smell or immune to the dirtiness. You go in their house is so filthy and dirty, and you like, oh, you just wanna, you about to run out. Like you just start itching if you know, and you looking at them is like they're immune to it. But that's another word too, immune to it. Crystal Beauty, new to this life. Crystal Beauty, new to this life. Well, whew. I'm not new to it, Crystal Beauty. And if you're new to this life, Crystal Beauty, you came, you know, for the right resources and information to get yourself out of it faster and heal from it before, you know, it becomes something very long and serious, or you end up with multiple different type of toxic relationships. Jamie Mills, hi, all you beautiful souls out here. Do you know how loved you are? Well, I'm here to remind you, Jesus. Crystal Beauty, thank you for taking time out of your day to give us this enlightenment. You're welcome, Crystal Beauty. Jamie Mills, Jesus paid it all for you and me. Jamie Mills, Jesus came to eradicate that trauma bond. Y'all, let me testify. Craig, still wish the trauma bond would end, but it can be difficult. Yeah, that trauma bond can be difficult. It's real. Shansia, I used to wonder why he will always have a sad story. Yeah, and it's also too. They always tell a sad story, so you can stop focusing on the behavior of themselves. You know, you stop thinking about their behavior and start focusing on them more and more and more and more and more, because they start being like the sad little puppy. You know, the sad little puppy always need help. So whatever they do, you can overlook it too. You overlook it because you start thinking about all their sad stories, and then that's see how that plays off to back to cognitive dissonance. You stay in cognitive dissonance longer because you start ignoring the person's behaviors, right, and their ways, and you start listening and thinking about the sad stories or the stuff they tell you that was done to them or had happened to them or the stuff that they went through. So cognitive dissonance come into play too, on that way too. So that happens too. So now that's how another way the cognitive dissonance work. Shansia, it started to get annoying. It was always a sad story. Yeah, I know what you're talking about, Shansia. Yeah, I was there before too. It was like every day it was something. It was always something, like, and then the same stories would get repeated. The same stories would get repeated into like some more drama in their life that they created came up about. So that will happen too. That also will happen too. It's like the same stuff got to get repeated and repeated over all the time. Like I heard that story that you went through and what happened like 10 times already, and this week. Shansia, oh, very sneaky. Yeah, very, very sneaky. Because what happens is they tell you the sad stories, but what they don't tell you is that they're the reason for what happened. You know? They don't tell you that. Just same story up. And they don't tell you the things that they did. They don't tell you this. They don't tell you the things that they did that caused the problems. They don't tell you about none of they bad problems. It's just all is everybody else's fault. Sorry, poor me. I mean, that trauma bond is so real. I got content about trauma bond on my channel too, guys. So if you guys go through my catalog, you'll see that I have content on trauma bond that explains it, break it down too. Because that's one of the reasons why, because of cognitive dissonance and trauma bond. I was in a relationship I was in for a long time. Like it was that trauma bond. Now it was comfort. I was used to it. It becomes the same routine, and your brain gets used to the same routine. It's the same thing. So it's the creation of habits. It's the same thing as in a healthy relationship. You know, a person who's used to a healthy, normal relationship. If they come across some toxic situation, they're gonna be like, "Whoa, what's that?" But when you're used to it, you know, or you're not familiar with it, yeah. So that was part of my healing process and getting out of dealing with that person. And it do takes a long time, because it was times like a year ago past I didn't hear from the person. I might reach out and contact them, and then every time I would contact them, it would be the same stuff over and over. So I had to get to the point to where I just grew up. I grew up out of it. Like, I had to grow up, and I had to say enough is enough. I don't want to deal with this. I'm better than this, and I just focus more on me and my life and myself, and that's what helped me. Because that trauma bond, that keeps you. Listen to these sad stories, and then start realizing, like, there are problems, because you start looking at, like, well, look how you feel. Look how you feel. You start looking at the way they treat you. You start looking at making excuses. Now, now I'm all about people's character. Like, once people show me who they are, I believe them. Now I don't have to worry about that. Because I educated myself through the healing process. So now I don't have to I'm not, because I know the signs, I know the red flags, I understand the behavior. So now it's kind of hard for me to even get in a situation like that. It's kind of hard. And then plus, when you start seeing how many people is just toxic, it's like, I'm trying to be very careful. Oh, what's the audio? I can't hear you. Okay, now I know where the audio button at. Okay, because it's all right. Okay, I see now. So now I know where I was putting my finger at, which I knew, but it was some other ones. There's some other ones too. So, okay, I see. I see. Let me stay away from that. I need a better case. I got one of them cases that's like one of them phone cases that's like not really all the little fragile ones. Like, I gotta get the bold ones. You learned a lot from your situation. Yeah, not just situations. I'm saying, see a lot of situations, for years. So yeah, I did. Yeah. If anybody haven't subscribed yet and you want to subscribe, make sure you subscribe now. And also, all subscribers, hit the notification bell. Hit the notification bell so you're notified when I'm going live or I'm uploading a new video. So make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell. Yeah, it's links in the description box of this video. If you want to email me, you can email me. My emails is in the link. If you want to donate, it's links to donate in the description of the video. You guys can email me. Emailing me is free. I also do one-on-one consultations, whether over the phone or via Skype or Zoom. Shansia, I'm in that situation now. Or the situation where it's cognitive dissonance. And then in that situation now, cognitive dissonance. Man. Oh, that's true. So thinking back about that situation, I'm so glad because when I was in that situation, I didn't think I'll make it out. Shansia, I'm in that situation now. Left the relationship with the narc and trying to make sure I don't go back. Yeah, yeah. It's the trauma bond. It's also enmeshment. You got enmeshed with them, and I got content about enmeshment with narcissists or just toxic people, right? You rush into things fast. You just jump in a relationship, whatever situation you got, whatever situation they got, don't matter. You just jump into it head first. Like you just jump into it. You get enmeshed and entangled, and then you you give a whole bunch of yourself to this person. Like all of you, you become enmeshed. You just jump into it. So you got enmeshment, then you got trauma bond. You got enmeshment, then you got trauma bond, then you got cognitive dissonance. So you got a lot. You too, man. Yeah, no, don't give up. That's. So think about all three of those. Yo, think about all three of these. You got trauma bond, you got cognitive dissonance, and you got enmeshment. And I got videos on all of them already on my channel. So that's what you got, like dealing with this. So think about how hard that you got, and then some of us we're used to it. Like we're used to this toxicness. Some of us we're used to this dysfunction, this toxicness, and dealing with relationships. We're used to it, so we're familiar. So it becomes the norm. Like this becomes the norm. Even though you go through what you go through and deal what you deal with, it still becomes the norm. And then we just accept it as the norm because that's what we know, that's what we've seen. So videos like these remind me not to go back, and I have friends who remind me. Yeah, because you're gonna have that itch. You're gonna have that itch to go back to that that familiar. You're gonna have an itch for that. You're gonna want to go back to have that itch. And then most cases, what's happened is, I mean, I know I did. I did before. I went back and I tried, plenty of times. I went back, drama after drama. Then you'll get to the point though where you don't. Long as you don't end up really dealing with the person, because you probably end up wanting to try to call the person or something like that. And then once you had enough, you'll be fine though. Once you had enough, you'll be fine. All right, do anybody have any questions? Plant beauty service, family artery, familiarity, familiarity. Yeah, familiar. That's a tongue twister for me right now. But I know the word, but I just can't pronounce it right now. It's a tongue twister for me. How you say it, tongue tie. Every people who've been with me, who know who've seen some of my videos and been rocking with me for a while, they know, they already know, like this happens sometimes. They get tongue tied off certain words. Yes, it was literally like I would forget why I left in the first place. Right, because that itch, that itch, you forget all about it. You want to go back to it because you're missing that. So cognitive dissonance is kind of like lying to yourself, when we also lie to ourselves as human beings. Like, you don't think about the bad that the person is or the bad that they do. You think about them little old good times of the little bit that they give you. It's almost like what they say. What's that syndrome they said that people be having from their abductors? It's a certain syndrome they have. Because like, you could be hostage and a person could kidnap you, feed you crackers and water the whole time, and you'll get rescued, and you want to go back to that, you know, and you'll go back to that just for some crackers and waters, and you don't even realize. Oh, Stockholm syndrome. Yup. Thanks, Billy the Goat. It's like having Stockholm syndrome. You go right back. You want to go back to that. Accident scent. Plant beauty accident scent. Did I say that right? See, I had to pray and ask God to remind me because I didn't want to go back to my friends and ask her for help. Yeah, because you put everybody else in that situation, your loved ones too, right? You put your loved ones also in that same situation as well too. Those who really care and love about you, you put them in that situation too, because whatever situation you in, they end up wanting to get in because they love you and they want to help you and see and want the best for you. So that happens. They end up getting in that situation with you. Billy to go for mayoralty. Like yo, Billy to go out. Like 3 hours from now, I'll be able to say that. Like, I don't know. Sometimes I can't say a word at a certain moment, and then like an hour, 20 minutes later, I'll be able to say it with no problem. And I don't have a speech impediment, so it's like. But you see that I just said speech impediment with no problem. You see what I'm saying? It's weird. It's like it's very weird. But thanks. Some words are trip. Yeah. Yeah, I'm telling you, I remember. I remember dealing with the. This is the roughest narcissistic relationship I've ever been in. Like, it was for years on and off. Like, and I stayed no matter what the person to do something, I still take them back, and they would lie like they didn't do it. And then also too, they would tell me stuff that they did, and then I would not, and then sometimes it would cause me. Y'all definitely would stop dealing with them. But then after a while, I'll still end up in a situation with them. So it didn't matter that I gave them a break. They still end up getting me back. I still end up going back to it. So even though I took that little break to stand up for myself, sometimes certain situations is not for you to stand up. It's for you to leave for yourself. Certain situations, you stand up for yourself, a person will be put in a place and they'll respect you and they'll stop. Well, with toxic people, narcissists, sociopaths, and psychopaths, they not. You know, as long as you keep letting them get away with it, they're going to keep going. So once you say no and put your foot down, they're going to keep going. And if you bluffing, they're going to keep going on, walking all over you, and then they're going to keep upping the ante. You know, and even with them, like, right, if you mean it, then they'll be done with you because it's like, I can't get away. I can't do nothing with you. I can't. So once they ain't going to get what they want, then they done it because they ain't getting what they want. Which is not quite a bad thing for you not to leave if you don't get what you want, you know, in certain situations, you know. Well, here it is. I'll write it like it sounds. Familiarity. See what I'm saying? Having the knowledge is so freeing. Thank you too, Plant Beauty Service. Having this knowledge is so freeing. Yeah, because you guys I didn't have this. Like, Like, guys, this is I didn't have this. Like, I when I was going through this, I didn't have this. I didn't understand it at all. Arity, familiarity, 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 familiarity. Like, I didn't have none. Like, I remember, like, I didn't have none of this, ladies and gentlemen. I remember when I didn't have none of this information. I didn't know what was what. I didn't understand it. Like, I didn't. And that's why this is why I do what I do, because especially when I started to see how this is so much something, and then I remember and how sad I felt, like how once I realized what learned about what's really what it was, and while I said it, uh, plant beauty service, Billy the Goat Bingo, plant based beauty. That's it. Right. Thank you. Billy the Goat. They see your forgiveness as you giving them permission to abuse. Yeah, to be abusive. Yes, Billy the Goat. They see that as you forgave me, now I can abuse you. Right. This is how toxic people see it. Right. People who don't care what you say. People, because guys, think about it. Women test men all the time to see what you built up. Like, once you put her in a place to show where a point of strength you coming from, she said, okay, you passed that test. With them, is like, no. Like, you see, they testing you to walk all over you forever and to do you dirty. They not testing you to see what you made of, like how a woman tests men to see what they made of, you know. So it's not that. Like, it's not that. It's them. And a person who's really not trying to walk all over you, that's what's gonna happen once you stand up for themselves. Once you stand up for yourself, they're gonna get back in line, you know. And if you stand up for yourself and they disappear and they go away, or they get angry, or they try to make excuses and make it your fault, you won't do it to them, while you won't allow them to do it to you, and they'll try to make it seem like they have the right to do it and you should let them. That's because they want to walk all over you, use you, and abuse you. And these people misuse people. They don't even know how to use people. They see people as objects, you know. So they don't even see you. They don't even see you how they don't even see you how they supposed to see you. You know what I'm saying? So they see you as objects, not human beings. So their whole purpose is just to walk all over you. So 9 times out of 10, when you stand up for yourself, they leaving, because they like, oh, I can't use you as an object. You're not a human being. To me, they don't see you as a human being. So that's the difference. And when you forgive them, and yes, this is so true, Billy the Goat, because I've been through this plenty of times. I forgive, go back. I think they about to change, and then I got a video about this too. The things, Shansia, thank you for your super chat donation. Thank you, appreciate it. Those the people who people, where I was at. Oh, people who don't know, people don't know how to use you. They misuse you, right? So they always gonna. It's just like you could have a hammer, right? You don't know how to use it, right? Give a kid a hammer, they don't know how to use it, they're gonna misuse it because they don't know what to do with it. When people don't know what to do with what they have or what they get, they misuse it and they'll abuse it. And narcissists don't know what to do with people. They just abuse people and misuse people because they don't see people as people. So therefore, they don't know how to deal with people. So that's how that come about. So I just that's another thing to look out for. I gotta watch your videos about covert narcissists. I think I did one. I've been meaning to do something for so long, Shansia and everybody, but I gotta do the difference before covert narcissist and I'm about the covert and the overt narcissist. I gotta do a video, and also I gotta do a video about the covert, how the covert and overt narcissists get together, and it's like Batman and Robin. That's another one I gotta do. And I just came up with that term. When you get a covert narcissist together with an overt narcissist and they best friends, it's like Batman and Robin. I got to do something on that too. Um, what's up? I ain't gonna say your name. Facts. I ain't gonna say your name, especially not on here. A plant beauty base plant beauty services. Narcs think forgiveness is weakness. Exactly, and it usually is on our part because we are forgiving something that is unforgivable. Right, we forgiving the wrong person sometimes, because first of all we forgiving the wrong person, because like Billy the Goat said, when you dealing with a person, like when we dealing with people like that, when you dealing with people like them, they that's their whole mission is to walk all over you. That's all they see you as useful, to misuse you and abuse you. You use the object. So when you don't know that, you don't understand that. And so apologizing to them, and it is true. These people see this kindness as weakness. This is why they're not kind. This is why they pretend that they kind. You know, this is why they pretend like they kind and nice. But they really not. And they do see forgiveness as weakness. They see kindness as weakness. So that's very true. And being forgiving people is not a weakness. It's actually a strong suit. Plant-based, plant beauty services, and everybody else. It's definitely a strong suit to forgive somebody, because when you don't forgive somebody, it's kind of like you drinking poison yourself and waiting for them to die. Like, so that's what that's about. So forgiveness actually for us more than is the other person, you know. And these toxic people, they think forgiveness is the weakness. They think that you want if they forgive you. Like, no, forgive and move on, but don't forget. Forgive people, but don't forgive. Don't forget who they is. And see, that's what my problem was, and that's what some of our problems are. We forgive them, which is good, but we forget who they are. Got to stop forgiving who they are. Forgetting who they are. Forgive, but don't forget who they are. So I forgive and I remember who you are. But I forgive you because I'm moving on. And when you don't forgive, you don't move on, and you stay. When you don't forgive, you don't move on. So you stay, even when you're not in a relationship, you're still in it. You know, you're still in it mentally. You know, you're still in it internally, and it's written space in your mind, rent free. When you don't forgive. So forgive is always the best thing to do and move on. Uh, auto aspiration. Covert ones are the worst of all. Yes, they is. They are the worst because you dealing with a wolf in sheep clothing. You think you're dealing with a sheep, but it's a wolf. That's what makes them so dangerous. Shansia, yes, that sounds good. Batman and Robin. Oh yeah, this is something I want to been doing for like a year and a half, but I never got to it because I come up with content to upload videos. Then I also come up with because some of you guys email me and tell me what videos that you want me to do, and I do videos that some of you guys want me to do. I do those as well. So, but ladies and gentlemen, also listen, after this, make sure you guys go and look for my content. Go try to find my content. My content that I have, I got like 200 videos. Some of them live streams, but most of them videos of different content. So go check it out. Hold on, let me mute this real quick. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I had to mute it real quick because I didn't want to get a copyright. I didn't want to get a copyright because YouTube get a hold of that sound. And once YouTube get a hold of that sound, it's gonna identify it, and then they'll, I don't want to deal with that. So that's why I paused, because people be playing their music out loud, so I had to pause it. All right, Poop Dogs returns. Narcissists want attention. A normal person does not want to be hated on, yelled at or disrespected, but not a narc. They thrive on negative attention. Yes, I think I did something on that. Um, Poop Dogs return and everybody else. Um, you ever heard the term, the saying, there's no such thing as bad publicity. All publicity is good publicity. When you're dealing with the whole entertainment world and celebrity world, well, that's how narcissists see it. Exactly like Poop Dog Return says. They thrive off any type of attention, whether it's negative or it's good. So the best thing to do with them is gray rock them. Don't give them no attention, because they thrive off negative attention. And they negative anyway. You know what I'm saying? They negative people anyway. So it don't matter that, no, I mean, they want good attention. They want good attention. Believe me, they want good attention, but they'll definitely take negative attention, because what they'll do is just work it all around you. They'll work it back to you, and they'll get everybody on their side to go against you. So they know how to work it, but that is very true. Negative attention is just as good as good attention. They accept it. And Craig, I don't like being hated. I feel you, Craig. But listen, you got people that's full of hate. So people gonna hate people because they full of hate. People got hate in their heart, so they gonna hate. I don't like to be hate either, but see it like this: whatever hate you around or you can control to not to be with or deal with, take control over that. Take control over what you got control over. Whatever hate you don't want to be around or deal with, make sure you don't if you don't have to. Other than that, just be happy that they are the haters and that you're not a hater. That's how I start. One of the ways I look at it. Like, I'm glad you the hater and I'm not the hater. I'd rather be hated on than me to be a hater. Because I really start to look into like a hater person's lives, and they really are miserable. They really are miserable. So I'd rather not be miserable, and I'd rather not be the hater. So I take it as, well, I'm glad it's just not me being a hater. Shansia, ooh, okay, they thrive on negative attention. Yeah, they thrive. And Poop Dogs Return, thank you for pointing that out. And shout out to Poop Dogs Return, ladies and gentlemen. She's a member of my channel subscription. So whoever interested in being a member of the channel, next to the subscribe button, hit the join button and pick a membership. Check out what perks you get for being a member, or whatever level, tier, or price that you get. And look at it before you buy it. Check out the information, and if you want, become a member of the channel. That's why she got that sticker by her name, because she's a member of the channel. Shansia, so they are the type that like arguing with people on social media, maybe. Yes, they do. They love social media. It's where they get attention from. Yeah, they will argue with you. They will argue. They love, it's very true, they love negative attention. As long as it's some attention, they don't care. It's attention. So that's what matters to them. Attention. So if it's negative, they don't care. They're gonna get some attention. And if it's provoking you and you fall for it and take the bait, then that's just that. But that's what's gonna happen. They're gonna get attention. So don't be nobody negative attention. And that's why you go on Facebook, especially Facebook. When you go on Facebook, you see all this drama, because you're dealing with toxic people. You're dealing with narcissists, sociopaths, and psychopaths, and all they is full of drama. That's why you see all this arguing on social media all the time. Plant beauty services. Forgiveness is a gift to the sorrow person. Dawn. Forgiveness is an attitude of the strong. Craig. I hate getting into arguments, but the love arguing. Don't get into an argue with them, Craig. Like it takes two to argue, so just don't get into the argue. Got to be the mature, bigger person in the situation when you're dealing with them, because they want drama anyway, and and these people, they love to argue and start drama with people that they hate, dislike, envious of, and jealous of. So they'll start drama with you because of that. And you already a target. So you gotta understand they target you like because they don't like you. And they want to get you in some type of drama, especially at work. You know, get you fired, get you suspended, get you written up, get you in trouble with the law. And yes, Dawn, forgiveness is an attitude of the strong. You know, because not forgiving people is weak. You get what I'm saying? Not forgiving people is weak. Like, and they think it's strong, but see, narcissists, they actually weak people. So that's one of the reasons why they can't forgive, because they weak, but they think they strong. Felicia, for real, they are pure evil. Yeah, that most of them are very are just pure evil. Metaphorically speaking, exactly, they always do something to hurt you again after forgiving them. Right, right. Because, like I said, you've forgiven the wrong person. They don't really, they like you, they take your forgiveness for weakness, and they know how to pretend like they're gonna change too. They'll pretend like they're gonna change and that they're sorry for their actions, and then you fall for it. And then once they got you all back buttered up again, then they'll go right back to the same thing, because they kind of already knew that you was gonna forgive them and let them walk all over you again. So it didn't matter to them. Crap, they make false accusations. Yeah, they gotta lie on you. They gonna lie on you to cause drama and just like negative people that listen. These people are negative. They just need some type of drama. Like they drama based people. They need some type of fulfillment in their life because they don't really get fulfillment for themselves or whatever they got. I don't care what job they got, how much money they make, what position they got, what kind of car they got, how much money they make, house, wife, kids, whatever they got. Believe me, none of that mean nothing. Believe me, none of that mean nothing. And whether they don't have it not, it's something. They, regardless of what it is, they are miserable and unhappy people, and they unhappy with themselves. They miserable and they unhappy, and they got a lot of chaos going on. And believe me, some of the decisions that they made in life, they don't they mad at decisions they made in life too, and they mad at the person that they are. They don't like themselves. That's why they don't like you. That's why they act the way they act and treat people the way they treat people. Because how people treat you is how you should look at how they feel about themselves. Because people treat you how they feel about themselves. James Logan, hey bro, you're the one who opened my eyes with the family scapegoat video. I always knew I was being groomed to be basically a cardboard cut out slave almost. Yeah, James, I think I remember you telling me when I made that video. I think I made that video with like 2 years ago, James. Yeah, and that's remind me, ladies and gentlemen, I got a video that also teaches you how narcissists groom you to be exactly who they want you to be. So go check that out, because it tells you how narcissists groom you and you being groomed to be somebody who they want you to be. So check that video out. For you guys who's not familiar with because I've been on YouTube for like 3 years, doing this content for 3 years. So I got a lot of videos like about different topics. So you might want to go back and look at some of my videos titles, so you can see, even go back to the first video I did, so you can see my transformation and my progress. Go back to the very first video on my page if you want to too. But go through my whole catalog and look at the videos, because there might be something there that help you or register to you or give you some type of incitement or enlightenment or information on your situations or situations. So look, yeah, take a look at my catalog when you get a chance. Just look at every video, read the title, and see what you know, what attracts you to watch. Because I got 200 videos, over 200 videos of content. Plant-based. I mean, I keep saying plant-based because I'm plant-based food I eat. So plant beauty services. I'm so used to plant-based. So when I see plant, I just say base. I say we grow. I say we just grow, learn lessons. I think learning is my freedom, not forgiving the unsorrow. Consider this point of view. No, I see what you're saying, plant beauty service, like, but forgiving is letting go. When you don't forgive nobody, look, you holding that inside. You're not letting that go. What it's saying is that this person did this or this person said that. I don't like it. I'm still mad about it. I'm holding on to it. I'm not forgiving them. Think about that. You're holding you holding it in. It's still inside, and it's gonna have some effect on your life some way or another, or whatever type of other relationships or relationship you get into. When you say I forgive them, you're letting go. I forgive them, over and done with. You release that out of you. You get them and the situation out of your system. You let go. Think about forgiveness, about just letting go. It's kind of like letting the bird out of the cage to fly free. Think of it as that way. Think of it in that way. Craig, I block negative people. That's the best thing to do. Block negative people. Craig, scapegoat here. Plant beauty service. Forgiveness should earn. Forgiveness should earn. Yeah, I mean, when you're dealing with, yes, you is true, but it's when you're dealing with normal people, right? Normal people, where they do something wrong, you know, you forgave them and they earn your trust back. See, forgiveness shouldn't be earned. It's either you forgive somebody for something or you don't forgive nobody for nothing. Like, it's as simple as that. Like, because forgiveness is different from being earned. Forgive, you just forgive somebody, whether you're going to forgive them now or forgive them when. But you should trust and respect is earned. Trust and respect is earned, but forgiveness is, okay, you say you want to forgive somebody and it's earned. A situation happened, you haven't forgiven them for it. You waiting for them to earn it. So you haven't forgiven them and you still dealing with it, and then you waiting for them to earn it. So like, okay, earn my forgiveness. How can they earn your forgiveness? By not doing it again? Because if they don't do it again, then you should forgive them. You know, you should, if they don't do it again, you should have forgave them already, right? So because they're not gonna do it no more. Or they cannot do that and do something else. Now they didn't do that, but they did something else, and now you gotta keep going through forgiveness and forgiveness. There's certain things some people do where you should just cut them off, forgive them and cut them off. And there's certain things people should do that deserve your forgiveness, forgive them, and then move on. Because some people are worthy of forgiveness, because none of us perfect. We all make mistakes. Metaphorically speaking, I wonder if my husband is one been together almost a decade and never seen him cry. I mean, men aren't so, you ain't so, there shouldn't be times where you could remember a man crying unless something, you know, unless it was something. I'm not saying a man shouldn't cry, but it should be a reason that a man should cry. I mean, unless you're referring to a situation where you felt he should have cried and he didn't, I understand you, but There shouldn't be situations, or you could count on your finger where you seen a man cry. But in certain situations or certain circumstances, I can understand what you mean. Craig, I don't like negative attention. Yeah, me neither. I mean, I'm really the type of person, I don't really like attention at all. But especially definitely not negative. Or show much, or okay, metaphorically speaking, or show much emotions. Right. Right. A man should have some type of emotions, but it shouldn't be feminine or close to a woman's. But I know what you mean. Some type of emotions, and certain situations, circumstances, or whatever the case may be. Yeah, Shansia, learning new stuff today for sure. I'm glad you wish, Shansia. And I feel like I'm doing my duty when you are. I'm doing my job. That's wonderful to know. Craig, Trisha, Poop Dog's return. Attention is also why they spin manically. They love it when people envy their expensive cars and clothing. They love it when they know you need a loan or some money help, and they spend to rub it in. Oh yes, they do that. Poop Dog's return. That's definitely true. And I got a video too that talks about how narcissists what will happen when they win the inheritance or get a large sum of money. Craig, that explains the drama they put me through, the situations they put me in. Yes, Craig. They put you through all type of drama and do all type of situations. Because it's drama, they want to see you go through drama. They don't want to see you happy. They don't want to see you peaceful. You know? They don't want to see you happy because that's not how they are. That's not. They not happy, peaceful people. They always in some type of drama. They always in some type of situation. And I got a video, I forgot what it's called, that explained this. It's called Narcissists create the storms, and they create the storms of something that they put you and themselves in. It's a title just like that. Narcissists create the storms and drama that they put you and themselves in. So check that video out because it explains that. Yes, it is not a normal human greed or completion. A normal person is still happy when others come up. Never a narc. A sociopath is so much more dangerous. You never want to get even with one. Yeah, they see it as a competition, and it's a completion to them for themselves to like have this and have that. And this is why you always see people who always like talking about the money they make on the job. Well, I'm in this position, I make this, I've been at the company this long, I make this much money, stuff like that. Oh, I just brought this, I just brought that. They're always in competition, trying to one up on somebody, and they doing that to make themselves feel good, and trying to make you not feel good about yourselves. And another reason why they do that to people, they do that around to people who they feel jealous of and envy of something that they don't have. Like, cause they can have all the material stuff and all the money in the world, and you could be happy, and they'll be very envious and jealous that you have happiness, you have peace, you have joy in your life, and they will hate you just for that. And then they'll keep having to reinsure and throw it in your face. Like, okay, that's what they're doing. They throw it in your face. It's a kind of a sneak tip of a low blow, of like, well, I got this going on. What do you have? You don't even know it, but that's what they doing. They throwing out all their material stuff because you have something that money can't buy, so that's what they'll do. Or if you do have like, some of the stuff they have or close to them, they'll still be in competition with you because they got to be the one in the person. They are superior people. They have a superior complex. So no matter what they are, or no matter who they're around, they have to have more of everything. Well, I got to be more happy, even though they miserable. They don't want to fake the happiness and try to make you miserable. Okay, I got to be the person that's in authority more than anybody. I got to be more happy than everybody. I got to have more money, better car, better house, blase, blase. And it just goes on and goes on. And every day they'll keep coming with this, and it's like every day. It's like, because it is simple, right? It's like either you do or either you don't. It's just as simple as that. It's like either you do or either you don't. If you do, okay, congratulations. Now go on with your life and find something to do. But that's the thing, they don't have a life, and something to do is that's all they know and seem to do. Plant beauty service. I hear you, love. I'm not holding it because I overstand it. I can't let it go without giving a gift. I think forgiveness is letting go is misunderstood. I think I see what you're saying. Plant beauty services. Yeah, you saying like in the term, I'm not gonna forgive you for that because what you did is extremely unforgivable. Like it's just not forgivable. I just won't forgive you for that. Is that what you basically saying? Plant beauty service, just true. Sorry means you don't do it again, but I'm saying if they don't apologize, as long as I overstand the situation and grow from it, I'm free. Right. And so, sorry, dudes. Yeah, apologies do mean I won't do it again. And according with them, they'll do it again. They're not sorry. They'll say it if they have to and want to for whatever reason, but they're really not sorry. They just saying that. It's kind of like, oh, shut up. It's kind of like, oh, shut up. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Shut your crying. Then you accept the apology and they do it again, and then the cycle keep repeating itself. Yes, never cry during bad time like family member hurt, past or when I'm hurt. When I hurt, or they don't show no type of mercy. Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah, that's because they have no empathy at all. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Metaphorically speaking, they don't have no. Yeah, they don't have no empathy for nobody. Yeah, they. I see what you're saying. Yeah, they kind of numb to everybody else's issues or problems. Or it's all about them, and they don't have it in them to give it anyway. So that's why you won't see that. Person can give you what they don't have. Plant beauty services. I hear you though. To forgive is to give a gift in advance of someone's behavior. Okay, yeah. Okay, I see what you're saying, plant beauty service. Yup, I agree with that. Craig cannot have anything nice without them stealing from me. That's a form of jealousy. That's a form of jealousy. That's a form of jealousy, being very jealous of you. Craig, they make everything a competition. Yup, yup. There's just they act like kids too. It's like it just don't even have to be a competition. Everything is a competition. It's like, oh man, you could be pouring a cup of water. They gotta make sure they gotta make sure, oh, I get the coldest water, or I gotta get the bigger cup so I can have more water than you. It's like very childish. It's like, oh man, it's like, wow. Poop dog returns. Even worse, the narcissist needs to compete with you and crush and humiliate you because they are masking they cannot bond with others. Right. Narcissists can't really bond with others. They don't even know what bonding is. But see, this is where you get into immense situations with them. You know, this is why they love bomb you, because they don't know how to really how you healthy bond with humans. This is why they love bomb you as far as relationship wise. You know, they love bomb you. You know, even in friendship wise, they love bomb you. You know, this is why, and it's too good to be true, and you'll say that to yourself. And this is why they say if it's too good to be true, it usually is. Tomorrow, hello tomorrow, tomorrow Brown. Why they will not seek help? They don't want help. They don't think they got the problem. Tomorrow, tomorrow they don't think they have a problem. If you if you farther from help, if you think you don't have a problem, if you think you don't have a problem, you're far from help, because if you don't have a problem, then why would you seek help for a problem you don't have? They don't have a problem. That's how they see it. The world and everybody else is the problem. They don't need to change. The world needs to change and revolve around them. So that's how it is. That's how they see it. That's what they believe. So that's how that goes. And getting help is admitting that they're wrong, and they cannot be wrong, because a narcissist's belief is that you have to be perfect. Perfect, even though they know that they're not perfect, but they just have to believe that. And that's what they believe. You have to be perfect. If you're not perfect, you're unworthy. This is why they lie so much and cover up so much. This is why they manipulate and deceive so much. This is why they always form alliance with people so that they can help them, you know, to help them win and cover up what they do, or use other people to vouch for them, you know, and come protect them. Sincere, yes, they do act like children. That's because they are. They brain is stuck on the age of a child. Some of their brains just shut off at like 5, some maybe 8, some 10, some 12, some 14. And whatever age they brain or they just shut down, that's the age that they act. Because they stop development at some age, some young age. That's tomorrow. That's sad. See, I wonder if codependents can have narcissistic traits. I'll do a video on that, Shansia. It depends. Some can, some don't. Some do, some don't. It depends. Pimp Beauty Services. I'm not forgiving because they are not sorry. I can move on anyway because I understand the situation. Yeah, I see what you're saying. I understand what you're saying. But what I'm trying to say, Plant Beauty Services. But that's where the term coming. I'm saying forgive, but don't forget. That's what I'm saying. Forgive, but don't forget. You forgave them, you let it go, boom, but you don't forget what they did. Therefore, you forgive, don't forget, let them go, don't deal with them. And in the term I'm saying that's also not dealing with them at all either. That's the part of don't forget, you know? Tomorrow, abuse innocent people, yup. Buccalo, 1977, facts. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna end this live stream. You guys can it'll be uploaded so you guys can rewatch this live stream. Also, ladies and gentlemen, thanks you for watching my channel. Thanks for tuning in. Thank you for your time. Thank you for supporting the channel. Also, Everybody, in the link of this video, click on subscribe to my live channel so I can start switching doing lives on my live channel. Hold on. Yeah, I muted because of that song was playing. I didn't want the copyright strike because YouTube would get a hold to that music, and then there's all the copyright and then the whole ad stuff. I don't want to deal with that. Yeah, so ladies and gentlemen, in the stream, you can rewatch it. For those who want to email me, look in the description box of this video. Look in the description box, and you'll find the emails where you can email me at. Emailing me is free. Also, you can email me if you want to do one-on-one consultations, whether via Skype, Zoom, or one-on-one over the phone. Email me so we could discuss that. Also, yeah, email me too for free if you want help or some type of advice. Make sure you guys subscribe to my live channel. Look in the link of this video. Hit the subscribe button to my live channel. Click on it. Go to, first of all, if you haven't subscribed to it, subscribe to it. My live channel, the link is there. And hit the notification bell on there so I could start going lives there too, and make that my separate live channel, and it's a video channel. So subscribe to it, please, and hit the notification bell. Also, hit the notification bell on this channel. Also, if you want to become a member of the channel, hit the join button so you can become a member. Different category, different prices, different perks. Also, if you want to donate to the channel, look at the description box of this video and you will see donation links. Make sure you look in the link and look into the description box of this video so you can see links or whatever information you may need. All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Everybody have a great day and stay narcissistic free.